Alright guys, it is 3:42 in the morning, and today, Kylie and I are flying to San Francisco and back. Yeah, you heard that right. Me and Kylie are doing a day trip to San Francisco. We're flying out of Chicago at 6:30 in the morning, landing in San Francisco at 9:30, having the entire day to see the city, and then we're flying back to Chicago tonight at midnight. Now, a lot of our friends think we're crazy for this, but the way we see it, we're saving a ton of money by not having a hotel. Kylie doesn't have to burn any PTO, and we still have all day Sunday to be complete trash veggies if we want. I mean, yeah, is it a little crazy? Yeah, it's a little nuts, but I think if you have the energy for it and a major US airport hub, this could be a sick way to see the US one city at a time. Hopefully for this trip, we'll do it for less. Our goal is right around 400 bucks, including flight. We've got a list of 26 different items that I put together that include sightseeing stuff, bars, restaurants. Hopefully we'll hit all of it. I did 10 hours of research, over 10 hours of research for this, so I think it's gonna be a pretty sick list of cool things to do in San Francisco. Hopefully, you'll see us get to all 26 places, and we'll give you a little lesson learned at the end of the day. Tip number one, pre-order your Uber. It's sometimes tough to get early Uber, so all right, off to O'Hare we go. And off Kylie and I go on our day trip across the country and back. And I'm sure this is where I'll lose a few folks who thought this was one of those listicle videos, and who are probably wondering right now why they're watching footage of somebody going to the airport. And yeah, sorry, this just isn't one of those channels that's gonna go down a list of places to go that they got off of TripAdvisor. Yes, this video can be used as a guide. I'm breaking down prices, where to go, history of these places, but we're doing the whole day together because I don't want to show you what a city looks like. I want to hopefully help you understand what a city feels like. And not through the polished bars and restaurants, but hopefully through the real ones. The ones real people go to. Not the ones that give the city some shine, the ones that give the city some character. At least that's the goal of these. Anyways, we got a plane to catch. Tip number two, TSA pre-check is so worth it. Definitely get TSA pre-check. Alright, we're spotted up at our terminal. Wanted to give you the next couple of tips. One, use ChatGPT. That's what we did. So we actually asked ChatGPT for that information, what cities have red-eye flights to Chicago on Saturdays, and that's how we found this flight to San Francisco. And then, next tip, use Google Flights. We found the weekend we wanted to go. We tracked that flight's price on Google Flights. We saw that it fluctuates as low as like 168 bucks and goes as high as, I think like right now if you were to buy the flight, it's like $400. We got it for 198 bucks. And again, saving some cash, because you know how they try to, like a new part of flying is all the little tiny add-ons. Well, since we're only doing a day trip, this is it. This counts as just a personal item. They make you pay now for carry-on, or they make you pay a little, obviously, for checked. So we're not doing either of those. But anyways, basically all that just to tell you, use Google Flights. We got our stuff pretty cheap, 198. All right, enough of this talk. Let's get on this flight. Alright, we are officially in San Francisco. Great flight, by the way. Yeah, she slept. I watched No Country for Old Men and Big Trouble in Little China, classic San Francisco movie. Also took United, in case you guys were wondering, if you're in Chicago and trying to do something similar, really it was like the only airline that I could find a good amount of flights that left really early from Chicago and then had flights coming back that same night from the same city. So if you're looking to do this, check out United. Not sponsored by them, but United, if you do want to sponsor me, or even if you just have someone who wants to give me a list of all your cities that I could do this to on the weekend, I'd be more than happy to get that list in my hands. All right, we're off to go grab some food. We're gonna head down to the Mission neighborhood and grab some Mission burritos. We were gonna take the BART, but time is of the essence, so we're opting to Uber. It's only gonna be 20 bucks a pop, so screw it, let's do it. All right, off to get some burritos.
As we drive into San Francisco, I get my first glimpse of the city I'd be exploring over the next 15 hours. I'd heard of the crime and drugs, but all I was seeing was graffiti and character, and being a Toledo kid that grew up across the street from the Jeep factory, a little bit of character and graffiti has always made me feel a lot more at home than it's ever filled with any type of fear. I know it's early in the day, but the picture the media had painted me of San Francisco wasn't passing my initial sniff test. We'll see how that turns out, but right now we've got to focus on mission number 1, food. Alright guys, I think it's important to get nice and fueled up if you're going to be spending an entire day traveling around a city. So we're going to the first spot, El Casalito. This place looks awesome. We got to get some mission burritos. Time to show you what they're all about. Everything is crystal clear. 136 Church Street. That's where you can find El Casalito, the Mission District taqueria that Sadat Reyes opened in 1989 when he moved to San Francisco. To me, Sadat's a reminder of everything I love about America. Sadat didn't get an education because he was working in the agricultural fields where he started at the age of 6. At 24, he moved here and opened El Casalito. I, for one, love that we have people like that in America. I'm proud that we have people like that in America, and I hope we keep getting people like that coming to America. El Casalito is still a family-run business, and you can taste the generations of flavor in food like this. But honestly, it's all talk until you try it yourself. Okay guys, so got a mission burrito, had to. We went to El Casalito and got their super burrito El Pastor. You get meat, rice, beans, pico de gallo, sour cream, guacamole, and a hot sauce. Like I said, I want El Pastor. What'd you get? Chicken? Or no, shrimp and steak? Yeah. Can't go wrong with that.
I'm very vanilla. I've only got steak and shrimp and rice.
Oh my god, it's just so good. It's $13.95 so, but you can definitely split this. The only reason we didn't is, like she said, she doesn't really like sour cream, guac, which I love. I mean, if you're gonna fuel up for a big day of traveling or like sightseeing, like this is a solid way.
Have some food in here.
Highly recommend this. I'm gonna hang out with Kylie and finish eating it. The place is awesome though. Great start to the day. Next up though, scootering to the Painted Ladies. Alright, another tip for you guys, use the Lime scooter passes. You can get 200 minutes. In Chicago it's 26 bucks, here it's 40 bucks, but it's gonna be way cheaper than using Ubers or Waymos all day. And actually, I'll show you this. Maybe we're nuts about safety, but we actually packed our helmets because we knew we'd be trying to use Lime scooters. I also think Lime's a way better way to see a city or biking or whatever, rather than like driving. I just think you can see the city a little bit better. So, all right, let's cruise. We're heading to the Painted Ladies.
Tell your boy it's like she was made for me and a cat Sylvie.
It feels corny and kind of douchey to say something about removing the walls, but it really does just feel like you get a better sense of a city on a bike or a scooter. Faster than walking and more open than driving, it really is the way to do it. Although I think I should say, I tend to bike around Chicago a lot. So it needs to be said, if you don't have some level of city biking or scootering experience under your belt, you might want to consider sticking to ride shares and public transit before you end up eating yogurt for the rest of your life. And even if you are an experienced city biker, wear a helmet, because if you bike enough in a city, it's not if you're going to get into an accident, it's when. Anyways, I'm an architectural nerd, and we've got a famous row of Victorian beauties to check out.
Made for me and a cat Sylvie. Let me look a number up, angel number 333. Knew when she came to me, gonna take care of you boy. It's like she was made for me and a cat Sylvie.
Alright guys, we're at the Painted Ladies, right there, famous from the Full House opening sequence. Let me give you some fun facts though. First one was built in 1892 by Matthew Cavanaugh. Built it, designed it, lived in it. They're Queen Anne Victorian style houses. And other than Full House, also been featured in Dirty Harry, great movie, and Married with Children. And it's got the cute little park over here, so great place to stop by. But we're making this quick stop. We got a lot of stuff to try to squeeze into this one single day trip. So now off to Hayton Ashbury. Let's go check it out.
Have a great trip.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah.
We've been through some things together. We were so close, see you wandering.
And here it is, the moment I knew America's being lied to. Where's the war zone? Where's the people openly doing drugs? Where are the drug zombies that are supposed to be chasing me? Could it be that Fear TV is broad-stroking these cities? Are isolated incidents in cities getting unproportionally megaphoned to the general population? Look, as someone who's lived in Chicago for the past decade, which of course with the moniker Chirac has been generalized in a similar way, I've seen firsthand how an awesome and incredibly safe city can be mislabeled as scary. Yeah, there's pockets of places and cities that due to a number of factors have poverty levels that have driven people to feel they have no other option but crime. But as the comic Abi Sanchez said, yeah, but there's still like 12 million people every weekend having an awesome Saturday. So if you're one of those people wondering if San Francisco is safe enough to visit, just take a look at this ride through the park.
I've got some feeling I can't share. I'll pretend you love me. I'll pretend you care.
All right, couple quick spots we've got right here where we parked. This is the Anarchist Collective bookstore, pretty famous bookstore spot, counterculture movement. And then across the street, we've got Pipe Dreams, which is the original head shop in San Francisco, the first one. But here's what we're doing for the Hate Ashbury. I want to take Kylie on just like a house tour, which is going to take us around the neighborhood a little bit. So we're just going to do some quick stops in front of places famous people lived at. All right, let's do it.
I'll pretend.
These inclines are no joke, man. This is a steep one.
Toned ass by the time I'm done with this.
All right. Okay guys, first houses on the tour, 731 right there. Graham Nash of Crosby, Stills and Nash lived there. And then what I think is even cooler, right there, Jack London wrote White Fang in this house in 1906. The first book that I kind of enjoyed reading. But yes, this house also, not only did Jack London live there, but it got converted at some point in the 60s to a recording studio, and Steve Miller Band recorded in there. And the Grateful Dead recorded in there. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, huh? All right, more houses to go. Let's cruise.
I don't know. I don't know.
Next place on the list, right there, 710 Ashbury. That's where the Grateful Dead lived. Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you're a Dead fan, check out my vlog where I snuck into their final show at Wrigley. Not the Grateful Dead. Yeah, Dead & Co. Snuck into their final show at Wrigley, and then snuck into the VIP, and then snuck onto the infield. It was a whole awesome day. But yeah, 66 to 68, they lived right there. Pretty cool. All right, next spot. All right, next up, Janis Joplin's house. In 1967, she lived here at 635 Ashbury. All right, off to the next one. Next spot, one of the easiest ones to spot, this big red one, Jimi Hendrix lived there. All right, got more coming.
Going to spare. And the ways they are taunting me. Will I dare?
Oh, that looks sick.
Is it following it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys caught that on the camera, that drone was following that runner. That was pretty cool. All right, sorry, we're still doing our the house tour. All right, last spot on the list right there, 636 Cole Street. Charles Manson used to live there, and it's actually where they say he started kind of the cult thing. He had two girls moving with him there, so kind of one of the starting points. But all right, that's it for the Hate Ashbury Street that we're doing, or neighborhood that we're doing. We are cruising now to, do you want to go to a bar?
Oh, yeah, that's what I would like. I would like a cocktail.
Okay, cool. We're gonna take a little breather, go grab a beer, and then off to Golden Gate Park. Let's go find a fun bar, huh?
I want you to know.
All right,
guys, we're at Mad Dog in the Fog, which is on the main strip on Haight Street. Just taking a little breather, resting the feet. We're actually pretty far ahead of schedule. Probably like 40 minutes ahead of schedule right now for my fake itinerary I made up. I like going and seeing, obviously, like sights. What do you think? Am I more of a bar guy or a sights guy? A little bit of both?
Well, I would say we like to use bars to break up, to give our shoulders some rest. We're carrying heavy book bags, we're walking around everywhere.
Yeah, it's giving our bodies a rest.
Actually, I think I have to take my compression socks off. They're hurting my toes.
Oh yeah.
I had my normal socks on over it because I thought it was gonna be cold.
There's another tip for you guys. Compression socks. Keep that blood flowing.
That and slippers for the flight.
Yeah, she got slippers for the flight.
I was
Killer move.
in heaven. Sorry people if I'm at the bar changing my socks.
But yeah, and also for the Octo Pride crew, I did ask for hams. The guy goes, God no. Oh, you got hams here? He goes, God no.
They should.
So I got a Bud Light. I mean, it is a judgeable beer. It's worth it.
Right.
It's like asking for a natty, which is my two favorites. But this is a good spot. I like this.
And what time is it?
It's before 1. It's noonish,
About noon.
noon 30. Because where I wanted to take her was Zam Zam, which is a big famous cocktail spot. That doesn't open till 1, so.
I mean, we can
or
go there
martini
after
spot.
here.
No, we gotta stay on.
Schedule.
We got a
man.
schedule, man. I got an itinerary for us.
Good thing it's not me with the schedule because I just be meandering.
But all right, we're gonna hang and have a beer. I forced her to shoot in front of the window so that I could get some good light, but it's actually really hot. We want to cool down, so we're actually gonna move seats to somewhere a little more chill, but it'll be dark and shitty for the camera, so I want to tell you guys about this place here. All right, we're gonna hang and have a beer now. Look, I'm a firm believer that for trips like this, it's important to plan for a few detours. Keep in mind there's a delicate balance between a good itinerary and off-the-cuff exploring, but it's nice to rest the feet. And anyways, I'm rarely let down by a local bar. All right, we had a couple beers, we're feeling good. We're heading to Golden Gate Park. Let's cruise. Fair warning, this is where San Francisco really starts to show itself off. We are headed to Golden Gate Park, and as a public park nerd, I promise you we are heading to one of the best parks in America. Honestly, with its museums, bison, and over 1,000 acres of land, this park deserves a full day of exploration. Unfortunately, we don't have that. But I'd rather have some experience than none with Golden Gate Park, and sometimes when you're traveling, you just have to take what you can get. Alright guys, we are inside of Golden Gate Park. Immediately, this place, unbelievable. This is way my speed. This is the type of stuff that I like to go see. A beautiful, I mean this is huge. Oh, there's that's De Young Museum. I really wanted us to go there, but we're not gonna be able to. But anyways, we're walking to the Japanese tea garden. This place is too big obviously for us to like see everything in the not even like the 12 hours that we're in San Francisco.
I almost said Chicago.
I did almost say Chicago, did you hear that? But we're gonna cruise the Japanese tea garden and to the bison. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff.
You see these?
Yeah. I forgot to tell you guys, one of the reasons we're in such a rush today.
That is fucking sick.
That is sick. One of the reasons that things are so hectic today is I've made 2 itineraries for this. One itinerary had to get thrown in the trash because I then Googled and found out that the Chinese New Year parade is today. We're not missing that. So we're gonna spend a lot more time in Chinatown than we originally anticipated. So that's why we're doing pretty quick stuff here. But yeah, we're gonna head. The Japanese tea garden's supposed to be amazing. This park is amazing, and we're gonna head there and show you guys. Let's cruise.
The friends are greedy, they all want something from me. These streets are dirty, want me to have a baby. Her kids are
How cool is this bridge? Gotta try it.
Their eyes are beady, their stares they pierce like.
What you're seeing right now is pure happiness, pure joy. That's the magic of Golden Gate Park's Japanese tea garden. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this bridge. This is neat. Whoa, the down is wild.
Fridge and I could ask for what I want, so you could tell me what you need. But there's no use trying anymore. I can hold on.
Built in 1984 for the World's Fair, it's the oldest public Japanese tea garden in the US. But it wasn't until it was turned over to Makoto Magawara that it turned into the amazing space that you're seeing today. I challenge anyone to walk through this and not feel better about life. This place is beautiful and just another reminder that the character of a city often flows through the hands of our first generation neighbors. Thank you, Mr. Magawara, and thank you to your daughter who continued your legacy at the Japanese tea garden. It's gems like this that really make a city, and San Francisco sure does have a gem with this one.
Her kids are lonely, they all want something from me. Their eyes are beady.
This place is amazing. I've got some really, really interesting fun facts about this spot. We have a Japanese garden in Chicago. It's probably one of the most underrated, underutilized, undervisited spots in the city, I'd say. It's at Jackson Park. It's kind of on the south side, so north.
By Chicago, what's the university right there?
University of Chicago. Yeah, Northsiders don't go enough, but they should. The one in Chicago is awesome, but this one's so much better. I love it. Oh, also, the guy who grew this, he's also credited with inventing the fortune cookie.
Fortune, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Right? So then Makoto Higawari, so he passed away. He kept this thing up until he passed away. Then his daughter took it over. This is where it gets kind of messed up. World War II happens. The US takes his daughter and their family, puts them in internment camps, and tears down their house.
We don't like that. We do not.
That's so jacked up.
We do not approve.
But this place is incredible. It's got a traditional Japanese tea room. It's got a 5-tier Buddhist shrine. But this place is really beautiful. Must come to spot. We've got one more thing to see in Golden Gate Park before we cruise. We gotta hustle to Chinatown. But we're gonna go to Bison Paddock and hopefully see some bison, which I've never in my life seen.
I'm pretty sure they're like I think we're gonna be very surprised at how large they are.
Well, bison traditionally can run up to 35 miles an hour and are 2,500 pounds.
I bet you I can get 38 miles.
Yeah, right. Tyreek Hill can only get 23. Oh, 2,000 pounds. They can get up to 2,000 pounds. All right, let's cruise the Bison Paddock though. Okay, here's the deal. We were gonna try to make it to the Bison Paddock, but we're running a little behind on the itinerary. That extra beer we decided to have at the bar because we're degenerates. So we're grabbing our first Waymo and heading to Chinatown. We gotta kind of get there early to prep up for the New Year's Eve parade. So let's go try these driverless, basically Ubers. Waymo.
Yeah.
That is nuts. First Waymo. First driverless car experience.
And honestly, so it's a 30-minute cab ride. It's a 30-minute ride, and it was $38.
Same as Uber, basically.
I was gonna say, in Chicago, that's probably what that would be.
Yeah.
And there's literally nobody in this fucking car.
This is crazy. All right, let's show you the Waymo trip.
Job, maybe take some time off to learn and burn.
Well, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the future. I don't know how to explain it, but this felt safe for the 99% of ride shares I've ever been in. I guess the future is now, and it's taking me to one of the coolest cultural experiences I've ever had in my life. I wouldn't say I was doubting you, San Francisco, but the extent at which you go for the Chinese New Year is absolutely incredible, and honestly something I'd plan a trip around. Buckle up, friends, because the San Francisco Chinatown is something of a force of nature and an experience to be had.
Gonna make you wanna do something for you. Baby, got $100.
Is that awesome or what? Waymo's, big thumbs up. That was sick. All right, let's cruise to Chinatown. The fact that we happen to be coming in town the same weekend as the New Year's Eve parade. Year of the Snake, by the way. Very excited for it. Okay, guys, we're at Dragon Gate right there. This is where we're starting the little Chinatown tour. A couple facts. Oldest Chinatown in America. Dragon Gate was a gift from Taiwan. It was built in 1970. This Chinatown started in 1848, which is absolutely insane. But like the way it looks now, there was a 1906 earthquake that leveled a lot of stuff, and then a fire that followed that. So they kind of rebuilt Chinatown to what it looks like today. So yeah, let's go check it out. I have a fantastic tour for you guys. Let's cruise. In St. Mary's Square, and get a load of this. Guess how old this park is? This was established in 1850. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like 175.
75? Yeah. And this statue is Dr. Sun Yat-sen, who is considered the father of modern China. He was a big part of the rebellion. I think he was the leader of the rebellion for the last dynasty, like to overthrow the last dynasty. Right there, modern father of China, they say. But yeah, this is St. Mary's Square. St. Mary's Square, cool spot. But let's keep the tour going. Also, are you already hearing fireworks?
Is that what that is?
I believe so.
There's kids throwing those popper things over there, the ground poppers. I was like, are those that?
There's a spot I'd love to go to.
That is like, at one time someone lit off 300,000 fireworks in front of their bar. So now every year for the Chinese New Year, they light off fireworks in front of the...
Wow, cool.
Yeah, isn't that sick? Yeah, all right, keep going.
You sleep. Oh, sunlight on your back. You dreaming.
I'm gonna find it hard to not use all of this footage. I am loving this so much. This is awesome.
Beneath the cherry tree, and listen to the grass.
So here's some fun facts for this one. Oh, first off, I should say this is Portsmouth Square. Two huge things happened here. One, in 1846, Navy Captain John Montgomery raised the American flag here. That was the moment that we took over California from Mexico.
Oh, right here?
Right here.
Do you want to hear something really stupid? I personally never knew that California was owned by Mexico.
Learn something new every day. Also, in 1948, this is the location that they announced the California gold rush. Like there was an announcement like, hey, we found gold here, and that's what brought the Great Western Migration.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that fascinating?
That's so interesting.
Also, if you come in like just to experiences like the regular Chinatown experience, there's like a lot of, today it's just packed with everyone because of the New Year's parade, but generally you can find people in here playing like mahjong and doing tai chi and stuff, so and playing chess, so this is kind of like a general hangout. But all right, we're gonna continue our little Chinatown tour. Next spot, it might be swamped. We're gonna see if we can get a live post, so let's try to pop on in. Li Po Cocktail Lounge. A remnant of post-prohibition Chinatown and famous for their Chinese Mai Tais, this place has been around for 88 years. And with the sticky bar floors and bossy bartender, this place immediately feels familiar to me. And I mean, come on. I'm not one to pass up a chance to drink a city's famous alcohol concoction, especially if it's one as delicious as a Mai Tai. Okay, just a quick check-in. We got the Chinese Mai Tai, it's what they're famous for. This place is awesome. The place, I think, opened in 1937. I think it's one of the first post-prohibition bars to open up in the neighborhood. We're gonna slam these guys and head back out to all the fun. Definitely a cool place to check out, though. Now for the legendary spot you have to have a beer at during the Chinese New Year. Red's Place. The oldest bar in Chinatown, known as the Cheers of the neighborhood, this place transforms into something special during the Chinese New Year celebration. It turns into one of the best spots in the city to watch fireworks while having yourself a cold one. Watching a DIY neighborhood fireworks show while dragon dancers go by is something I'll never forget. This, to me, is peak travel experience. Okay, sorry I didn't give you guys info in Reds. It was a little too, well, actually we were just chatting with the local cat, so I didn't want to like interrupt and be Mr. Camera Guy. But basically, let's walk in the street. So that place opened in 1960, but it's been around since like the late 1800s, and it is said to potentially be haunted. They used to have a gambling like ring that would be down in the basement, and people have said that they've heard the sound of like ruckus gambling type of laughter and whatnot down at Red. So interesting spot. Also, you saw how much they were lighting off fireworks in front of it. I think that's the spot I read about. Someone lit off like 300,000 fireworks next to that spot, so now it's kind of become a tradition for people to light off fireworks there. So that's why they're doing that. But all right, we're cruising to the next spot, which is Jack Kerouac Alley, and also enjoying the rest of this little like area. All right, let's cruise. Just real quick, if anybody's looking to check that spot out, that is Jack Kerouac Alley. Awesome little spot. All right, we're gonna continue our little tour. Real quick before we go in here, we're walking down Ross Alley. This is the oldest alley in San Francisco, believe it or not. Let's cruise on down here. Just remembering, this alley right here was in an amazing scene in Big Trouble in Little China that I watched on the plane right here.
Oh, that's so funny.
There's a great scene where a semi-truck, I think, gets stuck right there at the very beginning of the movie. So yeah, there's that too. All right, quick update. We are scootering to go get food. Legendary looking spot, Tommy's Joint, we're cruising to. Taking the Lime scooters. Yeah, let's cruise to Tommy's Joint. Cafeteria style, delicious meat. Wait till you see the spot. Can you be dire now? After an experience like the one Chinatown just gave me, it's a perfect time to fuel up on some more fantastic San Francisco food. And there's something about a place that specializes in meat, has a name like Tommy's Joint, and uses a 78-year-old neon sign to lure in its patrons that gives me full faith in the experience I'm about to have. But if we're being honest, right now I'm just enjoying the scooter ride.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Alright guys, Tommy's Joint, it's time to eat. Sun's starting to set, let's go feast. Opening in 1947, Tommy's Joint is a cafeteria-style Hofbrau with a fantastic bar to go with their dining space, and specializing in hand-carved meats, this is the perfect place to go for some corned beef or one of my all-time favorite meats, pastrami. Meat, cheese, mayo and mustard, good bread, and a side of the meat juice au jus. This place is simplicity at its best.
Guys, we're at Tommy's Joint. Look at this sandwich, it looks so good. They're known for pastrami, brisket, corned beef, and they make amazing food for a great price. And they give you this little cup of like, the meat juices. And this pastrami, I mean, come on. So let's do a little au jus on it. And then it's just mustard, mayo, and cheese. Oh yeah, that's so good. And this is a classic joint. It's called a Hofbrau, which is like the cafeteria style. So you just I like the convenience of it too. You go up, you order your food, grab a beer at the bar, grab a sandwich, eat, you're good. Yeah, this is a must check out spot. Vibe's cool, food's great, you gotta check it out. I'm gonna enjoy the food, and I'll give you an update when we head to the next spot. Guys, sorry it's so dark. A little update from Tommy's Joint. We're going to the Palace of Fine Arts at the Presidio. We're doing another Lime scooter ride. Switching to the GoPro, here we go. Okay, I don't know how well this microphone works on the GoPro. It's desolate out here, there's nothing. We're bailing on the Palace of Fine Arts and going to Lombard Street and seeing if we can drive that. And then maybe some bars, and then...
We could not see anything. We were like, I'm not trying to get thrown in the ocean.
Yeah, dude, it's just too risky. Okay, cool. We're gonna go try Lombard. Let's keep GoProing.
Sometimes there's something the camera just can't capture. I wish I could properly convey to you how cool it was to ride this scooter down Lombard at night. All the amazing houses on that beautiful brick road. And I'll tell you one thing about brick roads. They might not make for great roads to film on, but damn are they beautiful in person.
Glass is dirty, the drinks are dead.
You did it.
That was crazy.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Using the scooter, the Lime scooter's a light. What you guys just saw, that was Lombard Street. Fun facts about Lombard Street, not the curviest one in San Francisco, that's Vermont Street. And the curves were added. This used to be a 2-lane street. The 27 degree grade was too annoying, or 27% grade was too annoying, so they added the curves, took it down to 1 lane. Now we're heading to the oldest bar, I think, in San Francisco. It was started in 1861. It's called The Saloon, and it was started by a guy by the name of Frederick Wagner. And yeah, we're gonna go check it out. The Civil War started the same year this bar started. That's insane. All right, we're scooting there.
Used to play, and those are words you used to say.
All right, guys, it might be a little more difficult to hear, but we're switching to the smaller camera, going into the saloon. Let's go check this place out. Wagner started this place. Pretty cool.
Drinking in a 160-year-old bar started by a Wagner is the best icing on the cake I think I could ever ask for. From Civil War soldiers on to today, just think of how many people have walked into here for a beer. I'll tell you what, you'd be hard-pressed to find too many more bars in the U.S. with the type of character that the Saloon has.
Where you going with my black shoe? Where you going with my black shoe?
Wow. Not many buildings in the area did.
Dirty bones.
Dirty bones.
we're leaving the saloon. That place is unbelievable. Cash only.
So cool.
Obsessed with it. And it's not just because it was founded by a Wagner that I love it. It's just, that's a cool spot. Established in 1861 is insane. We've got time for one more bar, so we're gonna kind of just walk and see what we find and kind of do a wing it move, which we have not yet done today. And yeah, find one more spot before we head to the airport. Let's cruise. All right, you guys are, Chinatown's nuts. But the thing is, the bars are kind of crazy. We're gonna head a little closer to the airport. We're going to a place I heard was sick called Phone Booth. Whoa, they're really starting to let them rip. I love it. I love this. This is so sick. We got an Uber coming. It'll be here in 3 minutes. Cruising to Mission District. Going to Phone Booth. Let's cruise.
Headlights coming at me look like angels in retreat. In the city of angels.
This last ride to end the night in the same neighborhood we started in was a reminder that this city isn't as dangerous of a place as I was promised by the news. Between the folks spending their Saturday nights playing soccer and all the character age buildings and homes that line this trip to the next bar, there wasn't much to think about outside of how much I love this city. Well, that and how lucky I am to spend a day like today with Kylie. Alright, we're gonna go check out the phone booth. I don't know, looks cool. Love the Mission neighborhood. Should be pretty neat. Again, sticking with the small camera so we're not being rude to local dive bars. Let's cruise on it.
He survived World War II. He held on to it the way I.
It's tough as a first-time visitor to a city to hunt down a great dive bar, and although I'd say it's a skill I've been honing for years, even I don't have a perfect batting average, but I gotta say I think I hit it out of the park with finding this spot. The thing I love most about dive bars is that they are always filled with real people, and real people places are the ones I want to visit, and that's exactly what I think I found here.
In the desert, while you sleep, your valley it crawls with cactus and failure. The stars are on fire, well then it's all because
Phone booth gets a huge thumbs up. This place is awesome. Phone booth, that place is amazing. Super, 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 super awesome bar. We're heading to the airport and then we're gonna do a real quick little breakdown of lessons learned. All right, real quick before we go, lessons learned for me. So this is what I'll say. Painted ladies, I love architecture, that's skippable. Hey Ashbury, glad I get to say that I've been there. Cool cultural things happened, but I won't go again. Skippable. The food that I went to today, unbelievable. I think the bars that we hit up were elite. The New Year's Day parade in Chinatown was so elite, but took up a bunch of space. So I know I didn't get to a lot of like normal stuff. I didn't do a trolley. I didn't go see the Golden Gate Bridge. I know, I get it. But I had to experience the Chinatown New Year's Day parade and it was unbelievable. You guys go hard for that. That was so, so, so fun. Also, real quick, let's see, I definitely went over budget. Way worth it, but definitely went over budget. Let's see back home, because I got to tally it up. Let's see what that looks like. Hey, what's up guys? It's post-trip Corey here, complete with broken arm. Yeah, I broke it a couple of weeks after the trip. Actually, kind of incredible. I edited this entire video with a broken arm. But yeah, just want to check in and let you guys know about the budget. Surprisingly close. We only went over budget by like $25-ish, which just tells me that we could have done this for the $400 budget a person. Two quick tips for you guys on how we could have gotten that budget down a little bit lower. The Lime Scooter minutes carry over depending on which state you're in. It's $26 in Chicago for 200 minutes. It's $40+ in San Francisco. Like I said, our minutes carried back over Chicago. So I would have been able to buy those 200 minutes in Chicago the day of the trip, flew to San Francisco. They would have still been on my Lime app and I would have saved the 20 bucks right there. Also, additionally, those Mission burritos easily could have split that. Definitely can do this for the $400, including the flight. Just incredible experience. It's way, way, way doable to do a trip like that if you know how to budget. But yeah, let's head back and we'll close this video out, huh? Yep, just gonna assume. I feel like I went over budget, but like I said, way worth it. This was a blast, such a sick trip. Highly suggest checking out San Francisco. Fantastic city. Let me know in the comments what other cities you want to see me do this in. You know, there's a lot of things that have to line up with the Chicago hub, but we're trying to do more of this. And also, shout out to Kylie for being a trooper. She's got her eye mask, she's ready. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.